Hey everybody, and welcome back to Investment Honey, where we talk about various crypto projects. Before we begin, I want to let you know that I'm not your financial advisor. I do not provide financial advice on the channel, and I don't even encourage you to invest. But what I'm going to do is share with you my own personal opinion and views on the projects discussed on the channel. So with that said, we're looking at GrowMine, and so they do have a whitelist sale that's coming up. So I'm going to go ahead and take you over to GemPad so we can take a look at that. So this is not a launch token, yet, at least not at the time of me doing the video. And the message, for where you can get the link, for the sale for this, at least for the whitelist sale, that's going to be pinned, in their Telegram. So just be aware of that. But you can see here, whitelist sale is going to start in just over 3 days and 16 hours from the time you're doing the video. It says here I'm not whitelisted, but I don't have a wallet connected to this. So of course I would not be, and it would give me this message. But either way, I'd say the easiest thing to do to stay, up to date, what's going on with this project is just to go and join their community. Okay, so it says here GrowMine operation, so we get some socials here. Now, as far as the audit's concerned, on this one it did pass with issues. So there's a high severity issue. The owner can disable trading, making it impossible to sell. So I'm always going to go ahead and highlight, those kind of things for you guys. So just keep that in mind as you do your own evaluation and assessment. On the token, might be better to go ahead and just wait. In terms of how I go ahead and take a look at some of this stuff. I'm always thinking, hey, when I see issues, patience, certainly is something to consider, when it comes to taking a look at a token just to see what it's going to do. Now, it says here, GrowMine Operations GMO is a unique token host mining platform backed by a crypto mining operation. Let's mine together. The main purpose is to educate communities about blockchain technology, demystify the mining process through tokenization while remaining an environmentally conscious multi-utility host mining platform with true sustainability. GMO's house mining structure will offer ease of use and allow for a gateway into mining and blockchain tech. Stake your GMO tokens in our host mining platform and earn mining rewards. Passive income without the hassle of operating equipment, buying expensive mining equipment, or paying expensive electricity costs. We take care of the mining. You simply earn the rewards. Once the NFTs are released compete to upgrade to a rare NFT and gain entry into a special mining pool that's exclusive to the rare NFTs. All right, so, and we can see that they've got a hard cap, on this one of 281 BNB. Now, one of the other concerns that I do have, for this special sale that they're calling it a special sale in their Telegram, is the max buy is 10 BNB. I think that is ridiculously high, in my personal opinion. I tend to think that, hey, nothing more than one, no matter how early you're getting into a sale on a token, makes more sense to me. But again, tokens are free to do whatever they choose to do, obviously, but 10 BNB, I think that's just super duper high. Now, they do have vesting, for this, but the vesting is 50%. So if you're investing, and you guys know that we don't even encourage you to invest in this channel, but if you're investing 10 BNB, it means that at the public launch, you get 5 BNB worth, right away. So, and then the delay, is going to be 7 days. So after 7 days, you get the other 50%, so 7 days, and then you're able to basically see the full realization of basically 10 BNB investment. So like I said, I think that is rather high in my personal opinion, but you guys know I'm going to give you my opinion, on this channel. Soft cap, we see at 141 BNB. And like I said, the hard cap again is 281. All right, so that's it there. And then moving on over to the documentation, we can see, as far as the tokenomics are concerned, we don't, at least as far as this page is concerned, we get the buy and sell side. It's 11%. I tend to think, 11%, is kind of high in my personal opinion. But the breakdown here is 6% of all tax goes to the mining operation for operational costs and equipment procurement. 2% of all tax goes to liquidity. 1% is going to the dev team, and 2% is going to go to the marketing wallet. Now, when we look at the distribution, we can see here 39.5 is going to the IDO, 10.1 to the LP index, 11% to future rewards, 5% to the team, 4.4 to operations, 3% to advisors, 3% to marketing, and 23.725 to seed round. All right, and then on the roadmap, we can see this is what they got going on, 4 different phases. Phase 1, seed sale is going to start, acquire its first mining facility, build internet infrastructure, submit plans for power build-out. In Phase 2, take position of the mine. Start rebranding, new logo, website, white paper, pitch deck, and tokenomics, and create strategic partnerships. In Phase 3, announce strategic partnerships, complete the brand, submit contracts to audit. Phase 4, marketing starts, social media campaign, prepare to launch GMO, and release a 5-year phase plan, which I'm interested to see what that's going to look like. All right, going to the first page here, our main page, we can see the links up here in the navigation bar, the button to join us, and let's go mine together. All right, so, and then we can see they talk about what makes them different, so they give you some information here. Talk about the company, the cause, and the origins, of the future as a civilization. Okay. They also state that they are they're now, we'll see, a U.S.-based, legally filed entity that specializes in crypto mining services. It's founded in November 2021, based in Washington. All right, so that's good information to have. All right, and then they talk about the tokenomics on the project, so we can see that information, but we've already covered it. Okay, now the supply distribution, I did not cover that there's 100 billion tokens, for the makeup of supply on this one. All right, and then we get, the roadmap. So as far as the roadmap's concerned, I would like to see, timelines. I'd like to see, them indicate what's already been completed, what's pending and ongoing, and at the end, of their roadmap, I'd like to go ahead and see if they're going to be releasing, a V2 on the roadmap. Now I understand they're talking about a 5-year phase plan, but is it going to be a V2 on the roadmap that further indicates what they're going to be doing? Now maybe they could go ahead and make the argument that ultimately that is their 5-year plan, but if that's going to be the case, maybe for people that are just used to seeing, hey, we're going to be updating the roadmap, that might be helpful verbiage to go ahead and indicate, in their phase 4, if the team comes across the video and wants to comment on that. So they got a button here to join the movement, and here where you can read the white paper, you can click on this, and obviously you've already seen the white paper because it's right here. Okay, and so we got information here on meeting the team. So not photo docs, but again, they give you some information. And as far as a KYC, they do have a certificate of KYC, sorry about that, guys, through Assure DeFi, so I'll go ahead and I'll leave you the link for that in the description. Okay, so moving forward, they give you a FAQ, so obviously you can click on one and it gives the answer, and then just click on it again and it goes back. Okay, but nothing else really to go ahead and chat about, in regards to this, other than, hey, they've got the special sale that's going to be coming up in a matter of days from now from the time we're doing the video, and if this is something you're interested in taking a closer look at, obviously the main thing is take a look at as much information, content creators talking about it, about the project, their community, just gather as much information as you can and complement to this. As you know, on this channel, we just give you some brief exposure to a project, and then it's up to you to go ahead and do some homework on your own, to come up with your own signals, evaluation, and assessment of the project to determine whether you want to go ahead and proceed. So thanks so much for watching, and with that said, you all enjoy the day.